So grateful for God because at the beginning of this year, I was in a dark place and felt so hopeless. I started to feel so discouraged and was trying to be strong, but I found strength in God. He saw my determination, and that's all that matters. But I'm here to tell you to keep pushing through the hard times because there's always something better on the other side, and God ain't even finished with me yet. Sometimes what we want may not be what God have for us. I question God, God why, God when, and God how, but God's timing is perfect. I was gifted with an amazing job in a better environment and blessed with one of my dream cars. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to stop by to share with you guys a little story about how I got my first car at age 23. I remember growing up, I always wanted a car. I always wish I had a car. I always say I want a car so that when I go places, I don't have to depend on anyone. I just always wanted my own vehicle. I remember going on this, making this step or making this decision. I was so hesitant. I was so indecisive and I was so frustrated because I don't know if I was making the right decision. I said, God, I leave it in your hands. If this car is for me, let it be. And I prayed. I remember praying. I was so indecisive and I still prayed because I said, you know what? Let me do my part and God will do his part. So if I send through this paperwork, if this car for me, God gonna let me get approved. If it ain't for me, I ain't to get approved. So that was just how I went forward with it. I moved by faith and I sent in the paperwork. Looking for the vehicle was not hard because I already knew what vehicle I wanted because I admired Axios. So I already knew what vehicle I wanted. Also, I already knew where I was getting it from based on conversations that I had with people that experience having a vehicle, the same vehicle I wanted. So I knew what vehicle I wanted. Where I was getting it from, the dealership I was going through. I knew what color I wanted because, as I say, I love Axios. So seeing them pass by, I would say, this one's sweet, but where people got this? So I want a white one. I used to say the silver one is nice, but a lot of people have those. So then I was like, I want a white one. Then I started seeing everybody with the white one. So I knew what I wanted. I knew where I was getting it from, and I knew the color I wanted because I always admire Axios. I moved by faith and I just let God do his part. The only regret that I have that I would say choosing a white vehicle is that I always have to clean it. Always have to clean it. Always. It is so easy to get dirty. The loan process, I remember going through the channels. I was fortunate though because the dealership I went through, they already had links to a loan officer. So I was fortunate enough to basically make the process faster. So being that they already knew a loan officer personally, they linked it to me, and that is who I went through. The loan process was quicker than I expected it to be. I don't know if that's because my dealership knew someone directly, but it was quicker than I expected it to be. I think it took about 2 to 3 weeks, but I moved by faith and I sent in my documents and I said, God, if this is for me, let me get approved. If it's not, just let it be your will. And I sent it in, and that was that. While I sent in my documents, I was searching for insurance. That was the hardest trail on this journey. I searched for insurance. I called different places to get quotes on my for to get quotes on a policy, and that wasn't it for me at all. That wasn't it for me at all. Having insurance as a new driver on the road, a person who recently got their license, and being so young is definitely a challenge. Is definitely a challenge. The rates are so high for young people that are first timers, I guess, because you're at high risk. You're a first timer on the road, especially being based on the year of vehicle, that you choose. The day I got the car, I was so excited. I don't say I cry. No, I ain't cry. I ain't went through this process by myself because my partner, he know more about vehicles and he know more about these stuff than I do. So I definitely wasn't going to go on this journey by myself. He taught me the pros and the cons, and I went ahead and made my own decisions based on information received. And I just want to say that I am so thankful for the people that are around me, people that I know, people that helped me on this journey, whether it was just by giving me information or telling me their experience on this journey. But I am just grateful. I just want to say God is really a good God. God really is a miracle working God, and God can turn any situation around. Because before I got this car, I felt so hopeless and I felt like there's nothing out there for me. That's how I felt, and I got a great job, and because of that, God then gave me the car that I always wanted. So I am just so grateful, beyond grateful for everything that I have thus far. At one point I remember feeling so frustrated because everything started happening one after the next with the car, and there were not even damages done by me. So I felt so hopeless. I felt like giving up. I felt like saying no, I can't deal with this. This is ridiculous. This is frustrating me. It was just a lot, because first of all, I came from a store, came in the car park, and found that my side door have a hit. So I assumed that somebody opened their door and it hit my door, left a dent, and also with some of their car paint. So I was annoyed. I was so annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, I was very annoyed. Next thing, couple of days or a week after that, I saw someone stealing my wheel caps from my vehicle. So these things, bit by bit, these things are becoming very frustrating, because like they're not even damages done by me. I now got this vehicle, like, who up there trying to frustrate me? So these things were very annoying. So I remember someone stealing my wheel caps from my vehicle. I saw the person, but only late. So yes. And then after that, another incident that I had was coming out from a home and seeing my vehicle, like the person was trying to reverse and hit my car on the side at the front. Oh my God, I felt so devastated. That was it. Like, I was like, no, this is way too much. This is way too much. So bit by bit, these things started to frustrate me, and I honestly felt discouraged at one point. Like, I just felt like giving up with the car and letting it be. But I just want to say that God is really a good God, and he can turn any situation around. That's the biggest message. If there's anything you take away from my story today, is that he can turn any situation around, and he is so good. Even when we don't deserve it, he is really good. So any small mercies, anything, just thank God and keep pushing. Like, keep pushing through the hard times, because there's always better on the outside. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. As I was on the road, it just dawned on me, so I say I would do a video and share with you guys about my story having a car. Not only one car, but I have two cars at age 23. But this one, I did my content on this because this is my dream car, one of them. So yes.